Thank you for joining us on the channel. It is time for another collection review. We would like to show you 7 watches today, which are available on the website as well in our boutique in Dubai. The 7th is a very nice one, especially ladies. Keep watching. So let's start with a Cartier. This is a Cartier Vermeil. Vermeil is gold plated, means the case is 925 silver with a gold plating. These were introduced in the, if I'm not wrong, 80s and 90s as the less expensive line at Cartier. They also made the tank in Vermeil, and this is the round Vermeil with very nice lugs, a little bit more feminine. But this is a men's watch. Looking at the size and looking at the strap, men used to wear these watches. I believe that today some men will like the size, but mostly this is very attractive for ladies. We bought this watch because first of all, it's the big size, and secondly, it has a very nice dial. So you have a red dial with skeletonized Roman numerals at 12, 3, 6, and 9, beautifully positioned above the red area on the dial. In the center you have a golden plate, very nice blue sword hands, you have the sapphire cabochon. Very interesting watch, and these watches were again, as I mentioned, were not very pricey, and even today very affordable. Very nice, interesting watch, and will become a talking piece if you wear it. Check it out on the website. Very nice. Our first Rolex on the table. This is, whenever I see this watch, I get a smile on my face. This watch is just incredible. It is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual reference 1005 in 34 millimeters Oyster Perpetual, so it's automatic, and it must have the best dial on the reference I've ever seen. This is a silver guilloché dial. So for those who don't know what's guilloché, guilloché is an engine turned, it's a technique of carving geometric elements, designs on metal places using an engine turned machine. Very delicately made, very rare, and it has a beautiful effect in the light. The guilloché areas always stand out when you move the watch under the light. Another thing is, which is incredible here, look at the back side. It has the full case back sticker on it. This watch is in almost new old stock condition. The bezel, the fluted bezel, is completely unharmed, patinaed. The watch is almost turned to a rosy patina because I believe it has not been used. All the marks you see here, which is hardly anything, are from storage. The guilloché dial is absolutely incredible. Comes with the original hands, the crown. You have an original buckle here. This is for really serious collectors. We usually don't see them on Oyster Perpetuals at all. This is the first one. We jumped on it, and we're very happy to offer it here to serious collectors. Now, speaking of guilloché dials were made, speaking of Rolex, were made, I believe the main era was the mid-60s to the early 70s. This watch is from 1970, so it fits perfectly in within the period. Now they have made 99%, and this is the remaining 1%, I believe, on day dates. So we have seen and had white gold day dates, pink gold day dates, and yellow gold day dates with different kinds of motifs that were done with an engine turned, I don't know how you call the machine, with a guilloché technique. I believe, if I'm not wrong, there's less than 8 different patterns on it. Guilloché dial watches are, first of all, extremely rare. If I had to count all guilloché Rolex watches, which is mainly day dates, all that I've seen in person on auctions with other dealers, with collectors, or on the internet, I believe the number is smaller than 50. This is only what I have seen, but the number seems very small. Makes this piece, this Oyster Perpetual, actually extremely stand out because this is not a day date. And the day dates are usually in the very high price range, exceeding the $100,000 mark if in original and nice condition. Again, this is for serious collectors of guilloché dials or of day dates with very special dials. We come here to the Audemars Piguet Cobra, the reference 5403. Now, this watch is movement-wise a little bit controversial. I mean, the 21 caliber was in the used in the Royal Oak in 1972 when it was introduced, and I believe this movement has been used on this watch even earlier, because we've seen earlier examples than 72 of the Audemars Piguet Cobra. This is a yellow gold example with a champagne dial with diamond setting and date. Very interesting. The bracelet and the case seem to be all one element. There's no points where I can see that the bracelet was installed. I think it was manufactured in one go. And there was a Swiss manufacturer, small but significant, Roland Gaschen, I think. The manufacturer's hallmark is in the clasp, who was responsible for this bracelet and probably also the case. It is almost like a beads of rice bracelet, which are aligned in a different shape, that gives you this really nice, soft and warm woven look. The Cobra has gotten back into the limelight after, I believe, a long time. I remember these watches 10-15 years ago. I believe they were sold mostly on melt value for the gold. Now, the market being a luxury watch market, I mean, people want luxury today and watches that look luxury. This fits in perfectly, and it has gotten a higher attention now in the past, since the prices of these watches have also gone up. We have a separate video on the Cobra on YouTube where we're discussing the white gold example and the yellow gold example. This one's still here, the white gold is gone. Very interesting piece, and this also has movement wise the 2121 had in the Royal Oak never had a quick set date. This is an upgraded version of the 2121, and it actually has a quick set date. Very interesting here also with a very long bracelet. I mean, most of the wrists that are not humongous will definitely fit in. Very interesting watch, very cool and very stylish. Let's get to another Rolex watch. We have here a Rolex Oysterquartz, reference 17014. Just very quickly on the Oysterquartz, the model was launched in 1978 as the first in-house Rolex quartz watch, and made approximately for 24 years in total, 25,000 pieces in all metals together. All metals together is stainless steel and white gold, stainless steel and yellow gold. Then we have the day-date models in yellow gold, white gold, and yes, there's also some platinum models, but they are extremely rare and you hardly see them on the surface of the market. This is the example with the white gold bezel, so it resembles a lot to the Datejust. It also says Oysterquartz Datejust on the dial. This is the stainless steel and white gold version, and with the fluted bezel in combination, we usually, when we look at a Datejust, we think of the Jubilee bracelet. So this is the original flat link bracelet, which is actually a 5-row bracelet, reminding us of the Jubilee bracelet. So it's a slightly more classic model with a very, very cool dial. Who knows Buckley dials? This is a white Buckley dials, means that we have blown up, almost blown up, very large painted Roman numerals on the dial, and in very rare cases like this, they also come with the original hands, which are black. So Buckley dial is named after our friend dealer, very prominent dealer in New York on the 47th Street. John Buckley, if you're watching this, hi, how you doing? This is a very cool watch. The Buckley dial has become very collectible, very sought after, also on day dates, Datejust, and on the Oysterquartz it's a little bit less common. So this is a very cool watch. Since the launch of the recent Land Dweller, the new model that Rolex introduced, because there's so much like historical common points for the design, the demand on these watches has gone up, though it's not really the predecessor of the Land Dweller. It's a very similar case shape. There's of course some upgrades done, but you see the Land Dweller has elements which were taken from the Oysterquartz. So the demand has gone up. It's more and more difficult to find nice examples. We're still on the hunt. If you have something, please offer us to buy it. Next watch, we have a Daytona, and it's not just any Daytona. It's a Zenith Daytona, which is the reference 16520. It was launched, if I'm not wrong, in 1988 and discontinued in the year 2000. Why a Zenith movement? Because Rolex themselves were not able to produce a self-winding chronograph movement at the time, so they went and took the legendary El Primero, the Zenith movement, and they tuned it up as to their requirements and launched this watch for 12 years. After that, I believe also because of prestigious reasons, they introduced their own in-house caliber as self-winding chronograph movement. This is the so-called Patrizzi. So the Patrizzi is always a black dial. So we have a black dial here on the watch, and the Patrizzi phenomenon is actually discoloring of the subdials of the chronograph, which this phenomenon was discovered by Osvaldo Patrizzi. You'll see his name somewhere here on the books, scholar, collector, and dealer at the time. It only happened, to my knowledge, on the very first examples and up to the W series, which is this model, this period of the mid-90s. And the Patrizzi is a very popular watch if you can actually see the brown color on the dial. We see so many watches offered on the internet and also in person, and people say, oh look, this is a Patrizzi, and look, the dial has a little bit discolored, it's become like a little bit more beige. Guys, in my opinion, the Patrizzi, it's a brown that is discoverable in any lighting, such as this example. I think we can take it into the dark and light and sunlight, whatever. It is very prominently brown and very consistently brown as well. We see also some Patrizzi models with the brown subdials where the dials have like small specking or bubbling. I believe in some cases it can be original, in some cases can be fabricated to make these subdials brown. This is a no bullshit model in every sense. The series is correct. The dial is tritium. The coloration is very, very significant. It's just a wow watch that in good times at the market was worth a lot more than it's today. This is a great example for a very attractive price, and it's discoverable as a Patrizzi in every lighting. Overall, very nice condition, original bracelet, very strong case. It's not unpolished, but very, very lightly polished. Very, very cool example. It's on the website. Have a look, and if you want to see the color of the dial, please send us a message, and we're happy to send you a video taken in sunlight or lighting you like. The next watch screams luxury of 2024 and 2025. This is the Piaget Polo in its square shape. There's also the round shape. The Polo in the round shape has been re-editioned recently, and because the market is screaming for luxury, this fits in perfectly. This is a solid gold watch, which was launched in the 70s. This is the, if I'm not wrong, 7131 reference, which is quartz, and it has a back winding crown, crown on the back side. It's not for winding because it's a quartz watch, but setting the time is possible from the back side. So it's a very sleek look without the crown, and you have the signature polo stripes on the bracelet, and also continued here on the front of the case and the dial. So this is a black dial, it's not an onyx dial. There are also onyx dial examples out there. This is a black dial, very cool, very nice condition, absolute, recently been serviced, and I really love the Piaget logo on the clasp. Very, very classy. Let's get to the last watch of this video, and let me show you first the box. These boxes are just beautiful, so incredibly beautiful. I remember in the old, I think 15, 17 years ago, I found one of these and just bought it and put it in my shelf. It looks so beautiful. It's like a embroidered roses box, and this is the large one. It also comes in a smaller size. So let me open this up for you. This, let me see, is it presentable? Here we go. This is a president, a ladies president in yellow gold. Let me take it out for you. The watch is in absolute beautiful condition. Very strong case, strong bracelet. The bracelet is also pretty long. The green case back sticker is available on there, and it has a very, very nice dial. The dial is a night blue sunburst dial sticking out a lot. Like, this watch is really beautiful. These usually comes with champagne dials and diamond dials, and sometimes silver, in very few cases in black. This is, I believe the best color on a ladies president in 26 millimeters. Have a look. An absolute gorgeous condition, and very aesthetic wise, absolutely my favorite among the ladies presidents, I believe. Let me show you everything that comes with it. First of all, of course, I showed you this beautiful box is there, which is absolute period correct. You have a few hang tags, serial number hang tag. We have the pillow. These boxes, you can buy them on eBay, and they even come without the inlays, and they cost real money. Here, everything is available and original. So we have some booklets, vegetable side. Then we have the original papers. This is E-series, and it was sold in 1992. Watches of Switzerland in London. Everything's correct. It's a watch that you just need to look at it, and you know that you don't need to loop it. It's in very gorgeous condition. It can go on the wrist immediately. Very nice example. So this is it for today's collection review. I hope you like the watches. If you like any of these, please send us an email, call us, a DM on Instagram, whatever means you find to get in touch, and we'll be happy to provide more information. However, these watches are listed on the website, so you may go and check it out there. We're gonna get some more inventory in very soon, and we'll welcome you again to the next collection review. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends, especially ladies who would love this. This will not stay very long. Like and subscribe the video. Until next time, ciao.